Have you done? That's all I'm thinking about.
Yeah, did I do all?
I haven't cooked a thing on this Thanksgiving. What's up, everybody? You are tuned in, episode number 14 of the Royal Podcast, bringing hope in a hostile world. Our special edition this morning. We hope you are getting that appetite ready. I don't know if you wait till 5 or we wait till 12, but we're gonna have a good time on this day. Man, so glad to be here. I am your rapper turned actor turned pastor, Eddie Mo. Please don't put your boy in a box. Here with the glamorous, the gorgeous, the amazing, the powerful, the elegant, Rachie McFlizzy. We here rocking and rolling. How you feeling today, Miss Rachie?
I'm feeling very thankful.
Okay.
Yes, it's a very thankful day for me.
If we're not thankful on any other day, we got to be thankful today, right?
Yes, honestly, as I wake up and I think about the fact that not everyone gets to in part take on, eat some of the food, even just openly share just how good God is. I don't want to take that for granted, and we're thankful for everyone who just exhibits a heart of gratitude. Yes. I just am there's so many people this past week that have just really randomly said, Rachel, thank you for doing XYZ. Oh. And I'm like, wow, that's really nice of you. You didn't have to do that.
Was it second nature for you, or do you feel like it was like
this was
worthy of a thank you, or was it like, you know what, this is kind of what I do.
I do things regardless of whether anyone is acknowledging or whatever, but it really warmed my heart to just hear thank you. Yeah,
it does go a long way to hear someone appreciate, as much as we don't rely and depend on it. It does. It means something when, there's people that appreciate what we do or what you do, and
there was a teacher once I know that would tell her students just to say thank you when something was going crazy. Right. Just say thank you. And she said that confused the enemy. So people don't know how to respond when someone's saying something crazy to you. Right. And your response back is thank you.
Thank you. Right. Like, how do you come back from that? Right. How do you respond?
It kind of dissipates the whole thing. It's a goodbye.
Right. Wow. But it's cool. That's cool. I love that. That. Well, yes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I am thrilled. I am ecstatic. I am feeling very, very well today.
Good. This is your time of year. You really love this season. This whole season of fall. Yeah. The whole season of really getting ready for turkey, huh? And
right, yeah.
Cranberry sauce
and everything, mac and it all. I am thankful for. I really do enjoy being around people in this season.
You do, I try. Yeah, you're a big family guy.
For the most part, obviously, I mean, you want to find those places, but so yeah, I'm excited. I am looking forward to just this season. Yeah, from my birthday, I would say from my birthday to Christmas.
Oh, absolutely. That's definitely you. Oh yeah, all the way. Yeah.
So yes, y'all, we are excited. I hope you are doing well this morning. I know that sometimes this day can come with a lot of anxiety.
Yeah, really a lot of heaviness. Is the turkey going to turn out well? Right. Will the sides? If you have an issue with turkey, holler at Josephine Jams. They will make sure that you get a turkey today.
Yes.
But yes, I seriously, like there's a lot with that.
I think the most pressure is somebody posted like the mac and cheese. Whoever is on mac and cheese duty has the most pressure. I don't know.
I think we should all be gracious towards one another. And if it doesn't turn out well, I think wise instruction, that's been like my verse this week. Okay. A good, wise, loving instruction, ladies especially. Let's because we like to talk a lot, so I'm just gonna stick here with us. Seriously, and honestly, that's not even specific to a gender. We know there's some guys that like to go, but I just think it's really important that whatever we say, that we say it well. You know, if they mess up the mac and cheese, say it well.
Our sister Kim says, she says, yes, I am making mac and cheese today.
Oh, yours is going to turn out well, buddy. I know it. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
No, yes. I find it funny that, you know, the legendary Shirley Caesar.
Oh, wait.
has totally rebranded this season. I think the what do they call her? The first lady of gospel, the queen of gospel is kind of what the word is, and she has been kind of I don't know if it's been intentional, but from people that are what I will say 35 and under, know her more as the beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes lady.
Wow.
and everybody 35 and up might know her as the queen of gospel music. How interesting is that?
Taste and see. The Lord is good. The reality is she's going to give you something good. She's going to give you something good, and you know that you're going to get something good.
It's a new Red Lobster commercial out.
And there you go.
That has a spinoff to the beans greens. I don't know if y'all seen it or not.
If you haven't,
but there's a Red Lobster's a Red Lobster commercial, which is very, very interesting to know and to see. But it goes to like, hey, your career and your life. I mean, I don't think she's not upset about it. She's embracing this is an added on piece. You know,
and
which
she can have fun. Christians have fun.
Enjoy it. Celebrate, right? You know, so I don't know if I want to be. Oh, that's a good question.
She's not in a box. That's you. She's not in a box.
Yeah, that's real. That's interesting. A rebranding of sorts that is totally different though.
But people love good food and they love family. That isn't completely different from offering goodness. Okay. I mean, I'm just saying, I think it's a kind of a hand-in-hand expansion, even deeper way of living explained to you.
Yeah, okay.
You know, what's really going on.
Yeah. And we even talked about, just to transition slightly to sometimes the anxiety of maybe the food, and sometimes we take ourselves way too serious. It's just, you know, the food's always going to be good and delicious. But just the anxiety of being around your family can sometimes bring forth a tension, a weight, and navigating that, sometimes that can be hard, just to walk that out.
It's true.
Many times we might not see family as much as we used to, or you might not see family as much as you want to. But these are times where, sometimes you have to see the uncle that you don't like, or see the,
or the
hurt you, or the brother, or the sister, or things like that, so
it's hard, and that is a lot to face. And the beauty of it is you don't have to face it alone, and by that I mean God is truly, with you to give you the power to have the right words, to know who to gather around and when to gather around them. I think it's important. I do think it's important. Healing is important. We definitely are praying and believing for healing to happen in families.
Yes,
because that's that is a difficult situation. People that you would expect wouldn't hurt you. People that you would expect would forgive you if they don't. That's challenging to walk through.
Right. It's something that we all have to, and sometimes we don't do it, and we just kind of figure out ways around that. Yeah, and just being able to, and I guess, you're right. That is the prayer. The prayer is for these moments that we have to redeem it, or to restore what may have been lost, or, and those are different approaches to that. Obviously, it's a process towards, if you've known someone for 30 years and they have an identity surrounded or around you, and to try to reshape that over the dinner table, many times that can be a start, right? That could be a starting block of healing, because we do have to to heal. And, sometimes we want it to just be an end all be all, one conversation type of deal.
Right.
And many times it's not going to be that, but it can be the start towards the process, and some can be more serious than others. And it's like, okay, for the better, almost just seeing the big picture, the long picture of, and I think we'll save this conversation for another episode, but being able to be our fullest and walk in our full healing so that our traumatized places and spaces in us don't get passed on.
Yeah. And the way that happens truly is with our helper, the Spirit of God. I'm serious. Like, there's no way to continue to try to approach something and see something different without this real surrender to the Lord, without this real resting and knowing that He's going to help you through that. Because trying to do it on your own, we're just fleshly people, and many times that we'll have expectation or timing that's supposed to happen, or how we expect that other person to respond because you put so much effort into making the attempt, and then what if they don't give that same attempt back? I mean, all of those things happen. There's so much that happens, but not only does God empower us when we're in our in those moments by ourselves, He also just sends people. So I know we've harped on friendship a lot, but I just really think it's important to have people who will help be accountability with you, that you can talk with, bounce off with, and that will help direct you back to God being able to help you in these moments, because it's just not easy to walk through that by yourself.
It has so many variables, has so many different elements to it, but I do want to say this, like, as we even get to the end of the year, let this be a season of reflecting and looking at how far you have come.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we are so we're moving, but we're not taking these moments. And I believe that
to say thank you,
to appreciate the provision of the Lord in many different aspects. We know the Jewish people had this had Sukkot, which was essentially the Feast of Tabernacles, which was really around the end of September, October-ish, but it was this time of celebration, a time of travel, a time of reflecting and remembering that what the Lord has done and what the Lord has provided. We say to you on Bringing Hope in This Hostile World is, man, you are doing it. You are, if you are following the Lord and you are, trying your best to provide for your family, to be a good spouse, be a good leader, manager, boss, worker, whatever those are, like, we celebrate, we give you an applause for that. We celebrate those moments because we can be our own worst critic and really be hard on ourselves. So look at how far you've come. Look at 2023 and be like, wow. There were some ups, there were some downs, there were some mountains and valleys, but, by the love of Jesus, by the goodness of the Lord, I am here. I am moving forward. I am progressing.
Amen.
I am beginning to thrive in areas where I never even thought. There may be different gifts and skills and talents that you didn't even know. Think of all the people that you have encouraged. All of these things. It's just a time to take and to be like, you know what? I'm all right. I'm all right. Sometimes we think the Lord is just like, I think we compared the Lord to the people around us, right? Almost like a microcosm of whoever's around us. Many times that's a parent or parents. So, and most of the time many times it is how we see our earthly father in many aspects, not all. So with that our lens of who the Lord is can be seen through that prism. And that can give a disservice. I mean, there are great things in men and fathers, but it's not the totality and the full picture as we try to model that, or whoever it is,
Yeah.
you know. And I think the word and the scriptures show, like, man, God truly cares for us, right? You know, he says that we don't have to be anxious for anything. We can cast our cares upon him, scripture upon scripture, that he will supply, you know, all of our needs according to his riches and glory. Seek first the kingdom, and all things will be added unto you. Like, God is on a mission of showcasing how much he cares for us and for you. And allowing the lies, the deception of the world, how God is a good shepherd, right? How he, you know, I spoke last week about how he protects the 99 while also going after the one. And, you know, whether we've been that 99 or have been that one or are that 99, like, the care and the compassion and the goodness and the love of the Lord, it supersedes, you know. So,
right. Definitely, and that's an element, like, caring for all. God cares for us all.
Yeah, it's crazy
in our different moments in our season of growth and our season of development.
Yeah. It's sometimes because we even if you grew up in healthiness and healthy families, like the level in which the Lord loves, it's just like those, the joy unspeakable. It is indescribable when the Spirit of God kind of gives you a piece of, like, how much God loves, and then that's just a piece of it.
Yeah.
It's, you know, so be encouraged. Be encouraged, like identity, truth, love, thankfulness. You know, that's why he's like, let Thanksgiving just be off of our lips, right? Yeah. Because something in thanking the Lord centers us and fixes ourselves, because, man, we live in such a materialistic, individualistic, narcissistic. We live in a world where there is so much self-centeredness, and we can fall into that. I can fall into that, and it's like, no, hold on, that's why God's like, fix your eyes, fix your eyes on me, and allow me to give you that validation, give you that love, and it's good. It's good. So
it is. You're sizzling hot. Just getting boiled up about the Lord and how good he is to us all. Yeah.
He cares about you. He cares so much, and I just invite you in this season to seek him first. Yeah. Right? To seek him first over whatever it is that we are wanting, desiring, pursuing. Sometimes we want to skip steps. We want to skip these steps, but God's like, no, I am the initiator. I am the first step. I am everything else everything else is the byproduct. If the success, the excellence, the prosperity, God, I think even with, like, the prosperity gospel and how that was distorted, we have, in ways, I believe, sometimes we can overcorrect. And God is a provider. Everything that we have is because of the Lord. Everything that you have is because of the Lord. But we've done a disservice, and the enemy has played right into it, of now almost seeming like that God's not a provider of good gifts. Like, he's given us the Spirit. He's given us everything by his divine power, everything for life, for godliness. But when we talk about the provision of the Lord, sometimes we, as Christians, we get so scared, almost trapped. We get nervous and apprehensive and fearful into speaking about how much God provides, because we don't want to be victims of, like, the distorted view of,
well, really, what if he doesn't come through for this one thing or another?
That and the fact that now your prosperity gospel, and it's like, no, there's a balance. God is the same yesterday, today, and forevermore.
Yeah.
He blesses in the suffering. He's good in the trial, in the suffering, in the tribulation. He's still the same,
right?
And he's still the same in the blessing and on the mountaintop when the goods are good.
Yeah,
God is not dictated by
and many times we don't really understand what a blessing is, what a blessing looks like. So I mean, and it's okay. Because God is all knowing, God is higher, and He sees differently than what we do. But we're thankful for what we do see, what we can, and I mean, God is just like you said, it's just so good. And to think on those things, to think about how. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh no. I was reading. I was reading Jeremiah today, and it's also in Corinthians where where God is like, I want you to boast.
Yeah.
I actually want you to be boastful, but boast in my love. Yeah. Boast in my righteousness. Yeah. Boast in my justice.
Yeah.
Like if there's anything
to boast about,
if there's anything to boast about, boast in me. Boast in the goodness of the Lord. I don't know.
Come on.
All right, where we at? It ain't Sunday, it's Thursday, but something about that name. Okay. So I invite you to boast into the things of the Lord, right? That's humility, and we want to get the shine, we want to get the line, but it's God. It's all God, man. God. It is all God. Like, hey man, like that's why it's like don't get drunk on your own grapes. Don't get drunk off of things that you think you did, because that will lead to a resisting pride, a pride that God resists, but He gives grace to the humble. So, yeah.
Good.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
That's on me. That's on me.
No. You did. You're excited. I'm loving it.
But God is He's a good Father. He's a good provider.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean you're going to have everything. We're going to get everything. I drive. Listen, people look at me. I'm in my 1991 Ford Ranger. And they're like, hey man, it get me from point A to point B. My little pickup truck. It kind of rhymed a little bit, but hey, so I think when we try to make it tangible, like I hear so many people and so many stories about how, and we've seen it on even on mission trips as we get outside of Western Christianity, on how the peace of God is on people that we look at and we may deem to not have it or have it all. You know what I mean? And it's just such a limiting, it's such a reductionist standpoint of how we see the kingdom and how we see God working. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So. So, but His provision, it's more than the stuff. But it can be things for sure, but it's not limited to that.
No.
And that's where we fall victim.
God is utilizing people who have so much, who have such an abundance and don't have much at all, and everyone in between. He's utilizing us all. So, we just to really focus on, us saying yes to Him is the biggest thing to me. I think that us just being available and saying, Lord, thank you for choosing to utilize me in these moments.
Right.
Thank you for allowing me to just walk with other people to do that as well. This is beautiful opportunity to walk together as a community of believers, as a community of people, as our neighbors, those who may not even know the Lord yet. I mean, God just still He just really rests on all of us. He just has such graciousness and love and all kinds of goodness on us all, whether we choose Him or not.
Yes, absolutely. There's fullness. There's fullness in the Lord. Let us be unapologetic about it. I think we, and as we move forward, we need to have some conversations on why why those even over the last maybe 5 to 7 years, there's been a pushback, especially culturally, on the faith
and celebrating this goodness.
And celebrating this
boasting
goodness
in the Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because I know that there are people out there that's like, man, I want this, I want that, but I am so I've been hurt. I've been by a misrepresentation of the gospel, of the global gospel. I'm talking about this global Christianity, not the Western Christianity, not the European Christianity, but the global gospel. The gospel is such a global God, and we have to paint a full picture of this Jesus of Nazareth.
He did it. He did it.
He did it. But I know.
We just need
but
to
he
lean
uses
into him
us.
and quit.
But he does use
I mean?
us. He does use us.
He does.
To reflect him
yes,
well.
Exactly.
And when that doesn't happen, it can become burdensome, but it doesn't need to be. Yes, God is the increaser.
Yeah.
We are planters. We're waterers.
Yeah.
We're So yes, finding that balance there. Absolutely.
I'm just going to say this seriously, people. He has not changed. So if you see different things around changing, you can look at that. But
and Christianity didn't start in America, in the United States. Christianity didn't start there. But I know it sounds, of course, but sometimes we think
that's where people are.
I think so.
We're
not a lot. I
going to
think
have
many
a lot
people
more
are there. That's
conversation
another
about this.
conversation.
I mean, this is going to be fun.
Of like, wow, the spread of the God on what the Bible truly looks like. And, because here's the deal. Representation is very important. I don't know the psychology behind it, but when you know or when you see people that look like you, or when they're, it changes the dynamic. It gives a hope. It gives a significance. It gives a dignity. It gives an equality for all. It gives an understanding that the caste systems, and I don't even know how we get in here. The caste systems and all these things, take the structuralisms of life and society and how they work. It kind of eliminates that when we see in all spheres full and balanced representation. You know what I'm saying? So and that's a worth thing. That's a dignity thing. That's an esteem thing that we all need. So yeah, I've been cutting you off all day.
No, it's fine. It's
get in the corner and sit down somewhere.
No, I think it's great. Every nation, every tongue, all people are and there are people today that are giving God all the glory. Now. So
absolutely,
good times.
Yeah, God loves you so much. God is a good God. I hope you have enjoyed episode 14 of the Royal Podcast. We are thrilled. We hope that this was just a piece of your wonderful day today and this weekend. If you feel led to support us in the missions that we're on, Moses Project, go to our website, become a monthly giver to what we're doing. We are hands and feet. We are one-stop shop to community work in our area. We are expanding into the region. God has been faithful. He's been providential in his work, and we are humbled by that. And we know that while we may be the face, there's such a team, there's a community of people that are coming alongside that. And that there are hands, there's feet, there's other body members that are working together in harmony to bring about the love of Jesus in our area. So we love you. Know that God cares for you, that you are worth it, that you are worthy, and that God gives you that because of the Imago Dei. You're made in the image of the Lord. So subscribe to us on YouTube. Tell people about the Royal Podcast, and let's spread the word of Jesus Christ across. So enjoy the day. We love you. I'm your boy Eddie Mo. This is the wonderful Rachel McFly, and we are out. Have a wonderful day.
Have a great one.
Peace.